Speaking of the polls, you may notice a few more uniforms than usual. KPVI News That Works for You journalist Deanne Coffin joins us now live from the newsroom with more. Deanne.
Thanks, Matt. I talked to election officials and voters about the ramped up security at certain polling locations.
Crazy world we live in today. First thing I noticed when I walked up, I said, "Oh, the Popo's here."
Voter Doreen Truscott says she absolutely feels safer with law enforcement on site at her polling location at Indian Hills Elementary School.
I am definitely pro law enforcement, and I'm glad to see them here. I'm always glad to them be around, especially when, like, voting and issues today can be crazy.
And her husband Gary agrees. As a former police officer himself, he feels it's appropriate for this day and age.
To see the police out here, I think it's a great sign. And in today's time, I think it's probably a very good idea.
Bannock County election officials say there is law enforcement present at each one of the schools where polls are located, but only in schools in School District 25.
So it's really important that we maintain a polling location in a school. They're centrally located in that precinct. They're ADA compliant. The parking is sufficient for an election day, but also we have to be concerned with safety for the kids as well. And so we will put police presence in all of the schools that have a polling place from now on moving forward.
Election official Julie Hancock says School District 25 came to them with concerns about safety for the kids in the schools at polling locations on Election Day.
We have never had an incident in Bannock County of any kind of violence in the schools on Election Day, but this is a way that we can maintain that location for our voters to have ease of voting and not be a process that's more difficult for them, but a process that's easier for them.
Voter Mary Oakleberry says she worked at the polls for years with no extra security, but thanked the deputy on site for his presence at their polling location.
Well, I respect and am grateful to anybody who gives their time and to protect me, or even more than that, protect the children at a school. I think that's paramount here.
Now, I reached out to Pocatello School District 25, who say that based on the advice the district received from law enforcement, they were encouraged to increase security at schools on Election Day last November. District 25 Representative Courtney Fisher, when asked, was unable to tell us what it cost to place law enforcement at all the polling locations at schools. But Bannock County Election Administrator Julie Hancock says it costs about $2,000. Reporting live in the newsroom, I'm Deanne Coffin, KPVI News That Works for You.
All right. Thank you very much, Deanne.